Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Sagittarius December 19, 2022. Mercury is currently in your sign, and today, it harmonizes with exciting Uranus in your creative sector. This aspect can stir a sense of being free or more courageous about expressing yourself in unique and spirited ways. Your more unique qualities, mainly related to the mind, are emphasized and appreciated. There is a high ability to express yourself positively and inspiringly. Open and honest conversations with others can be in focus. Looking ahead rather than dwelling on the past serves you well for the time being and, fortunately, comes naturally to you right now. Still, the moon spends the day at the top of your solar chart, and you're motivated to work hard. Prepare for the earth signs to get a surge of great vibes today. Mental Mercury, our planet of the mind, will dance in your solar first house of identity, your zodiac sign, and link in a gorgeous trine with electric Uranus in your solar fifth house of true love. This means that you could have an exhilarating opportunity to pursue a new adventure in romance. Consider stepping outside of your comfort zone if single and try dating someone unique and fascinating. If coupled up, this is a great day to plan a journey for the year to come. Follow your inspiration and see where it goes. Self-expression and passion can go a long way in your work life when Mercury in your sign trines Uranus retrograde in Taurus. If you have an idea that you want to pursue, this trine may give you a sudden opportunity to do so. It could revolve around a passion project or creative endeavor you have been waiting to work on. You could even use this trine to change things up with your professional style if you have been wanting to dress differently or accentuate your work with flair. A friendly aspect between the moon, making its last visit to your career sector for the year, and Mars, in retrograde motion in your work sector, is helping to create a sense of excitement and anticipation that is set to spread. Before leaving tomorrow, the moon will form a friendly aspect to Saturn in your income sector, just as a partnership between planets across the income, work, and career fronts will start to form. With today's planetary alignment, you may be inspired to break down outdated habits and stagnant patterns in order to move into the future with big, bold steps. You may be motivated to break down traditions deemed too difficult to take on. Have you ever felt like making radical changes in your health practices? A vegetarian diet? An earlier hour of waking up in the morning? Now would be a good time to try something big, but start gradually. Welcome to the essence of the ambitious and money-minded day. Back in medieval times, it was believed in some regions that the number 8 was bad luck. Those who were touched by it in some way were considered to be doomed to a life of hardship, and often, poverty. We know now that this is nothing more than a load of mucky muck. You determine the abundance in your life by your attitude, planning, and ambition. What you hold as truth often determines your reality. With Venus and Mercury gone and already in Capricorn, the Sun's last weekend in a nostalgic and reflective part of your chart and of this current solar year makes it important to step back where you can. Where you find yourself craving personal space, a chance to put out the "do not disturb" sign, or just spend time in life's slow lane, it is important to see this as a necessity rather than a luxury. As you process the journey this solar year has taken you on, and as you prepare for the next, time to hear yourself think couldn't be more important. At the same time that knowing that she will leave your romantic sector in the new year, Venus is urgently fueling the spirit of romance. Mercury is slowing down ahead of a retrograde turn that will keep him here until February. With the Sun returning next week, the spirit of romance is in safe hands, with the only real urgency coming from Venus' call to both listen to and follow your heart. Our eyes in the sky. Our morning rituals could be disrupted, and the Libra moon squares off with Venus this morning. It could become overwhelming if things feel unorganized. Give yourself extra time for tasks throughout the day, because your usual schedule could get thrown for a loop. The connection between Mercury in Capricorn and Uranus retrograde in Taurus can help us unpack our emotions as we navigate the dream world, so pay attention to any strange occurrences that happened while you were traversing the astral realms. A tendency to push yourself forward creates an adverse impression with the people you meet. Even if it's not intentional, your attitude disrupts any potential for things to run smoothly. Try to restrain yourself. Otherwise, you're unlikely to impress anyone since your boastful manner makes you seem conceited and unapproachable. Emotions could feel a little out of your control during the day as well, so give yourself permission to cry if you feel frustrated and need a release. Remember that everyone is experiencing the same unsettled atmosphere, so try to be kind to the people you encounter. A perfect scenario for settling outstanding financial matters is what you desire. Of course, you must be as careful as usual when dealing with money. You have the right instincts for choosing sensible investments, and the advice you receive is far more conclusive than on other occasions. Larger purchases, a car or a house, don't faze you. Today will be unpredictable, to say the least, so expect surprises of both the pleasant and unpleasant variety. Luckily, the messy energy begins to dissipate later. When the Libra moon makes a harmonious aspect to Mars retrograde, intellectual downloads are not uncommon, so be sure to write down any new insights that come to mind. The energy here promotes genius, making it a great evening for artists and writers to engage in their craft. In the morning, the Libra moon squares off with Venus in Capricorn, causing us to crave relationships that look good on paper. Wanting solid partnerships that stand the test of time is natural. But longevity should be just one of the attributes we strive for now. If permanence is our only qualification as to what constitutes a successful relationship, we risk compromising for the wrong reasons. Don't prioritize keeping the peace over saying your piece. Communication is key. Remember that everyone must do their part to help a union thrive, whether that union is romantic, platonic, or familial. Hiding your needs does everyone a disservice. And if you give others what you think they want without asking, you may find your assumptions to be totally off base. It's not what you say but the way that you say it. You're involved in all kinds of talks and must respond appropriately. Even when you feel like speaking the truth or your honest opinion is asked for, choose the words carefully. Conclusions you arrive at are brutally honest and extremely cutting. Avoid acting this way, and conduct conversations diplomatically. Before noon, the moon trines retrograde Mars in Gemini, helping us to assert ourselves intelligently. Under this influence, we recognize how to spin situations in our favor through wordplay or powers of suggestion. People trust our judgment and follow our lead. We can identify clever solutions to problems without rocking the collective boat. Currently, we realize that we don't need to minimize ourselves for others. You may find yourself rushing from one place to another. People demand your attention and want to involve you in their conversations. The sound advice you can contribute, provide the necessary impetus required to implement new schemes or ideas that result. Take some well-deserved leisure time for yourself.